Excuse me, but I have to type.
Poor Mr. Montague Dunn.
Here it is. And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what... Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do. Let us go to Kew Gardens. Let us take Toby to the laboratory. Search, Toby. Search. Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found. This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. There is still some liquid remaining in a tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden. Just be careful.
Excuse me, but...
Water.
Poor Mr.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis. A colorless, water-based liquid. Quite a strong floral aroma.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that?
So what do you think?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us... Let us determine just what we have found here. Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste.
Of course. Here you are.
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the...
Let me add the reagent and see if... I need to take a pipette. I need to... Red sediment. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a... This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual... Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware...
What should we do next? This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us. A fragment of... Fragments. The Kew Gardens. Good day to you, sir.
I am exulting from the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient. Therefore, please.
Disturbed is most...
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome you are. To introduce myself I shall. I am the Green Grand Mystic.
The Green Grand Mystic.
This...
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the...
Listening to you?
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves.
It is a school of anastomosis. The divine, you may say, the divine syndicate. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable and to be permitted.
Do you have...
None. Not worthy there.
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower.
What? Our sacred place?
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago. And we believe the pots we found here...
No. Those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Dumb.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition, but he never gave them back to us. Excuse it.
I see. So, if you stole those... Ah, I get it, bravo.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were.
I beg your pardon. And yet you took all...
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters.
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Our God King's name is Trewa, Green Grand Mystic.
Oh, la. Good. I like you.
Thank you.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps.
But of course.
Raw sap, it is called.
Well, we will...
Follow my path.
That should be the raw sap that the green... This is rather...
My word, Holmes. There's...
The list of plant friends... This door is... This must be... Caterpillars. They are raised as food. A tropical plant. 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 These three plants are identical.
Praise the grand tree, praise it!
These instruments are used... A vast... This substance is an alkaloid. The same... Perfect, Watson. We can... This cabinet is full of chemicals. That would be enough to perform the most...
This green grand... What should we do next, Holmes?
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all a carnivorous plant. A prickly... This is a strange and unusual... I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating. How interesting. What a strong and effective defensive mechanism. This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. This plant becomes inactive. It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid. It closed again. I believe I saw it. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly... It appears to open. How interesting. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it. This plant seems to have had no reaction from the toxic gas with...
The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at...
Let us take our caterpillars to the colonial collection room. We may see things...
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more. Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite...
What were you doing?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to... I clearly remember that it was around 10:30.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue.
Just be careful.
Your father's death does seem highly
Suspicious. Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of these Latin names. And
Did you see?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for...
And
Nothing. They stepped... Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish...
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White? What?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning, but then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you.
Excuse me.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing?
I can. But there is nothing very special. Just Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then...
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the... After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would...
And that was the last time?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr.
I joined them as soon as I could.
What exactly?
I was recording an I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an
Certainly. Please do.
Thank you, miss.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, he rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already...
Well, it is time to perform... The caterpillars could only fall from... Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
I don't hear anything. Here it is.
Cylinder.
These plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window. From here, we are at... The power is on. The engine cannot be started. The engine has... The power... The ventilation system is working. Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. From here, we are unable to see the interior. We can see the... Perfect. Now I just need to find...
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just...
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fan.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered. Let's go to Scotland.
A very good day.
The inspector's waiting.
Inspector, I believe that
Aha!
Very good. Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the log. Martin Hamish. Mr. Hutt.
Holmes, my God!
Yes, we found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
The mark around the neck.
Holmes, his left shoe is unique. This...
A club foot. Bravo, what?
What should we do?
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have...
Mr. Holmes...
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan
Well,
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as...
You mean to say that somebody...
So the suicide...
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so...
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea...
I have another... Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild...
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper.
Precisely.
The map at the entrance of Kew Gardens should help us with our timeline.
Let us analyze the facts and statements so that we may recreate the event. Let us summarize. Montague Dyer was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time.
Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain...
But Holmes, how can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson.
I am using it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase... After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one...
Very good.
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her, quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing spectacular. The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me, but she is a bold one.
All right.
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised.
Well, I was...
Not for too long. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him...
You could not be...
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
It is difficult to care about someone who is... It is over, Miss White. The police will be here any minute.
Over? Perhaps. One moment you were here.
The other side. No! Stop! I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
This is tragic, Holmes.
Are you able?
I'm afraid not. The poison has been... But Holmes...
Miss...
The up. I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Well done, Watson. She was not faking.
Miss White, you have...
Dr. Watson?
Ángel. Hey, Zambrile. Zambrile.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have. Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those... I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty?
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you. Menu, entree,
Not at all.
main course, sow's udder in... sounds... hedgehog goulash. Street turnips and it goes... Oh, we can't go there. We can't...
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of the...
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted. Don't tell me the dinner...
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother, Leighton. He's in a prison. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes.
Where is he?
From what I've heard, they took him. You know what they're like.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And Wiggins?
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. It's on Half Moon Street.
Very well. Hello, Toby. All you need now is a shawl and a mock cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's young...
Holmes, poor...
My analysis...
Potevi uscire? Non so.